point in my life, it's convenient for me to date a married man. Very convenient. I don't think I'm destroying anybody's home because their husband is my supposed boyfriend. That's not my business. You meet married men that 6 months, 3 months, they don't have at home, but they want to every day. They come to their girlfriend's house. They want, as they enter, they want just they do. But at home, there is nothing. So how you go? So that's my fault that you're not having fun at home, and that you can have that fun with me a million times in a day if you so wish. You will always come to me.
Once the man is married,
Yes.
he should be out of bounds.
For who?
How is it your
Life
fault?
is preference, right? I like to date married men. You cannot date married men. Let me do what works for me. Primary thing that keeps that man coming back is not anything. No.
All right, let's go ahead and let me check this out. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. So we have a young lady right here. She's interested in dating married men. So a woman states her preference for relationships is with married men. Says it's convenient for me to date a married man. I don't think I'm destroying anybody's home because your husband is supposed to be my boyfriend. Let's go ahead and react to it. What'd you say? What'd you say? Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay. I didn't know if you was trying to slow you do that.
I think I was telling Anika to unmute
Oh.
her mic.
I'll mute your mic. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna go ahead and start with let's see. Let's start with Viz first, man. Let's get your expertise, man. This is Viz the poet, aka Dr. Love, man. You know, he used to be on the party line. He used to call himself the poet. Yo, you're a match with. Go ahead, Viz.
Man, I think I said this last week, but even though
mic connect, so just so you know.
Say it again.
It sounds like your mic connect, not like the computer.
How about now?
Nah, it sounds kind of like you're talking from your computer. You got a mic there?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay, while he's fixing that, no, if you can correct that. Go ahead and talk now.
Yo, can you hear me now?
I can.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you, man. It's a little loud, but this time. Hearing a lot of feedback. Y'all hearing that? Yeah. Okay.
I know what Viz
What
said
about now?
before.
What'd you say?
You said do what?
I know what Viz said before.
Okay, I can hear you good now.
Yeah. I mean, I would of course say morally, you know, that's something that married men should not indulge in. But at the same time, just how the topic is, some women they're just here for that, you know, and if that's what they're into and that's what makes them happy and they find somebody, a married man, to do it, then I mean, I kind of can't knock it. I get it. And again, it's morally incorrect. But there will always be married men that cheat on their wife, especially coming from a African culture. Just from what I'm aware of on the surface level, is that, you know, they're used to having multiple women. So if it works for them, then, you know, it works for them. I think that is morally incorrect, but somebody gonna crack her. So if it's a married man and that's what she into, then by all means, go for it. She's clearly not meant to be a wife, so she very much could be in the category of the discussion today.
Of a mistress.
Okay, go ahead, Miss Kelly.
Concubine.
I remember Viz saying that we all need hoes.
What?
That's
I
what he
said
said. That's what he
the the
said
the
on a
world
previous
the
show.
world need hoes.
The world. That's right. The world needs hoes. Um. So, I mean, in my opinion, I feel like people do what works for them. So, if that's what works for her, that's okay for her. However, I also believe in karma. So, I don't think that's something that every woman is going to engage in. Um, I don't know. I mean, different strokes for different folks, you know? I mean, if he's out here cheating, that's one thing. But if his wife is aware of his whereabouts, then that's just an agreement that they have made upon each other. And, you know, if it works, I get it. But I don't feel like, I don't think I would be able to deal with that. I don't think that's
It's
something that I
becoming
would
more and more
desire.
normal. Like what you just mentioned about the wife knowing, like it's becoming very normal. Like
Right.
a lot of women that I talk to when I go to these groups and things, some of
Mm-hmm.
them they don't want to be married because they feel like they have a better life dating married men. And
Yeah.
just like what she said, like one just like what she said, well, he doesn't. They don't have sex with his wife because she can't.
Yeah, I think in some
So she don't know
situations,
nothing about the lady, but she knows that her husband does it, but she doesn't know who it is, what it is. And this girl got like 2, 3 years history with this man, and the lady just probably think he's just gonna go to the strip club or get some girl real quick.
yeah, I
But
think it's
yeah,
circumstantial. I think some women feel like their husband desires so much that they can't give everything to them, and so it's okay. But I don't think that's traditional, and I don't know if it's necessarily something that a wife would want, but she may tolerate it.
Okay. Go ahead, Luis.
So, this scenario is not too foreign to most of us, I believe. Obviously, this is a more of a global phenomenon at this point. Women don't want. It's interesting. Women don't want polygamy, but they're willing to share a married man. I find that always interesting and fascinating. They don't want the tribe or the nation building concept, right? But they're willing to share another married man. So I've always said, like, you know, uh, when there is a great man, there's always other women not too far behind. A lot of people are against polygamy, but then they realize that a lot of them are in polygamous relationships. They just don't know about it, or they just don't care. That's just the reality of it.
I don't care.
A lot of people are moving very fluidly in their relationships where there are very gray areas that have not really been talked about or ironed out. This is a classic example. Now, I can't speak to the validity of what that man's relationship is, but I'm sure he must have some sort of understanding or he's moving in a very particular type of way. But I can't, it would behoove me to believe that his wife has not suspected something out of all that time. She doesn't know. She might not care, or they're at a certain point in their marriage where they've settled in with each other and they're accepting and tolerable of certain things. That's a further discussion for certain individuals. But I think that today a lot of women are very comfortable with, being the side woman or the mistress. And it becomes easy for them because they don't need to report to anyone or be accountable to anyone. So again, it goes back to the ability to move fluid in your life without being attached to anyone, feelings included as well. And
Yeah,
yes, the world. Say again.
yeah. I was just saying, yeah. I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah. So and yes, the world needs hoes. I mean, that's an unfortunate statement. I've never had to make that statement, but it's the truth. You know, they do make and help make the world go round. I just think that we've gotten to a place today that we have way too many hoes
Yes, Daddy.
and not enough nation building women. That's the reality. We have way too many hoes and not enough nation building women. And sort of we've done a complete opposite. When in the past we used to have a small minority, now they're starting to creep in to be more of the majority. And lastly, there's one thing that I want to say lastly. Damn, it was on the top of my mind.
You gotta be careful what you say.
And it was good too. It was I was gonna close it.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, we'll have to come back to me. It'll probably come back to me as well.
Okay.
Yeah, take the safe route, Louise. Take the safe route.
Internet's not a safe space, man.